Welcome back. We are about to see Olimar descend into hell to take on Dante. Or Dante ascend to the forest to take on Olimar. We don't know. But who is the higher seed?
Olimar is.
Joe,
oh shit.
Do you want heads or do you want tails?
That's interesting.
Because canonically, Olimar's
What coins do you have to choose from in the app? Any coins?
gold, dollar, cent, euros. There's Indian coins in here.
Do you have a yen?
The
fuck?
Yeah, there is a yen.
All right, I want a yen and I want heads.
All right, you got it. It was heads.
There we go.
It was not yet a yen though. I just said yes to get you to move.
All right.
So
What was it?
I don't know. It says Lavuya.
Lavoya.
Queen Latifah's. Joe, do you want to go first?
Whoa.
This fight's gonna get interesting.
Throughout the thunder.
In the off chance something happens,
I'm gonna go second.
Second.
All right.
Real quick before you start, because we are hearing the thunder and the lightning now.
Mm-hmm.
If for whatever reason internet cuts out and we lose footage, we will pick up as soon as we can. Just letting our remote individuals know that with the thunder and lightning going on here in town, if something happens, we'll coordinate.
You might want to save the recording for the last episode before you start the next one then.
I was going to say, we'll probably finish this one and the next one at the very least, and then we'll have half our bracket done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so we'll continue this recording, but if it breaks up in the middle, we'll at least have something, and we'll pick up the rest. All right, so.
Dante is actually a character from the 2009 game Dante's Inferno. In the game, Dante is a former soldier from the Crusades, and what happens is he comes across his wife's dead body. So what Dante does is he actually makes his way to the gates of hell, and he bursts his way through them, and traverses all 9 circles of hell to get back to his wife, and in the end, fights Satan himself and wins and makes his way to purgatory. In the game, Dante's main weapon is a giant scythe, but this is also a scythe that he can throw, and also the scythe can extend like a almost like a chain. The spine in the scythe will actually segment, so it does become a mid-range weapon on top of him being able to throw the scythe, which is a long-range weapon. One of the other things about Dante is while he's going through the circles of hell, he is fighting not only demons, but he is fighting the epitome of the 7 deadly sins in physical form. He has the ability to not only condemn a soul to hell, but he can also purify a soul once he defeats it. He is considered to be an uncorruptible man, even though he has sinned many times in his life. But as a man that has gone on to defeat Satan himself, I think that our man Dante is an unstoppable force.
These poor Pikmin going up against the Grim Reaper here. So, Olimar is the space captain who flies to the Pikmin planet and makes friends with the Pikmin. He can have up to 100 Pikmin at once. He's got red Pikmin who are combat adept and fire resistant, yellow Pikmin that are electric resistant, blue Pikmin that are waterproof, purple Pikmin that are strong and heavy, white Pikmin that are poisonous, and some other types of Pikmin from later games that I haven't played that I don't know.
Real quick, I'm going to pause you there because I have a question that is related to this for loadout purposes.
Yes.
You have 100 Pikmin. What is the breakdown of colored Pikmin that you have?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say he's got 5 white poisonous Pikmin,
Okay.
5 strong purple Pikmin. That's what.
That's 10 of your 100.
And then I'm gonna say he's got 30 each of the others. 30 blue, 30 yellow, and 30 red. Keep my math simple. And I'm sure that's not optimum loadout, but it's the best I can keep wrapping my head around. Okay. And the white Pikmin are poisonous and can dig for treasures. Olimar has near perfect command of the Pikmin. He can direct them wherever he wants to at any time. He can set them to a task and leave them, and they'll come back and he'll come back and they'll just be working on it, or they'll have done it. He can order them all around in one group. He can all at once, so he can set them all to attack an opponent. He can throw them at an opponent to attack them. If some of the he throws the purple Pikmin, they're heavier and more violent, and so they do more damage if they hit the opponent. If the opponent consumes the white Pikmin, because most of the Pikmin enemies are like monsters that eat them, they're poisonous and they take that kind of damage. The Pikmin can transport things for him. They can carry things to his ship or carry things around. And they can create more Pikmin as needed. So I think he can. I think he can maybe focus on the red Pikmin as kind of the tip of his spear, because they're fireproof, and send them and the purple Pikmin into a main force attacking someone like Dante, and have the other Pikmin to supplement the general combatants. You can throw them at them, move away as needed, and improvise. Like, needle blast.
Can somebody tell me how big Olimar is?
Yeah, I didn't want to avoid this.
No, it's okay.
Andrew,
It's all fine.
Olimar is canonically 3/4 of an inch tall. He's like an alien from another planet. And the Pikmin are a little, ever so slightly small. They're like,
100% will factor in my decision, but I've never played the game, either game, so I was like,
so
Dante obviously a man.
yeah, the Pikmin are
okay.
probably half an inch tall. Maybe. It depends if you count the flower.
We're talking tiny.
Tiny, yeah.
Joe,
So, rebuttals.
Part of my rebuttal is I do want to say that none of Dante's attacks are fire, electric, or water based. His scythe is actually the Grim Reaper's scythe. After he kills him, he takes it for his own. And I mean, not even bringing the size factor into it. I'm dealing with ants here. When the character kills Satan, who is probably about 30, 40 feet tall in the game, and that's only his torso. So I think I'm heads and shoulders above the competition.
One of the big counterpoints I have is that Olimar and the Pikmin do regularly battle creatures much larger than him or the Pikmin. I don't know if it's that much larger. I don't think the scale is quite that large. Like if he's 3/4 of an inch, I don't think they fight any creatures that are 6 feet tall. But this is would not be their first time fighting something larger than themselves. The Pikmin will climb up the legs of an enemy. They'll attack anywhere on the skin. They can get under clothing and can be hard to attack that way. They can move fairly quickly when needed. Olimar can throw them a fairly high distance, especially the yellow ones that have extra height when he throws them, because they have kind of wing-like ears. So he can throw them maybe a fair distance up the legs of Dante, and they can start attacking him there. And he can. I guess it depends on the way we're describing this. He can replace Pikmin. It's not usually something that's done easily during mid-battle.
I would argue that for sake of balance, he can't completely replenish his Pikmin count during battle. But I can add one thing to kind of, because you bring up a point, Joe, and despite the fact that we're crossing continuities, I would argue that Smash is probably the most accurate way to equivalate Olimar to Dante. I'm going to say that the white Pikmin, you mentioned that when they eat them, they're poisonous. And in Smash, if they attach on you, they're poisonous. I would argue that when they expire, when they die, they release poisonous content.
Okay.
So I would argue that the white Pikmin inherently aren't going to poison Dante, but if they die while touching Dante's skin, it would add some kind of poison. That would be what I think is a fair answer to that kind of issue.
Olimar and the Pikmin are also scaled up a lot.
Yes, that's why I said we're not counting that.
So, can I skip in line for the questions? Can I go to the bathroom? I have a single question. Well, I guess a question and a half. When the Pikmin attack, do they die immediately afterward? Or can they keep attacking until they're killed?
No, they'll keep attacking until they're actually injured in a way that they're killed. And if that doesn't happen, they'll just keep attacking until the target dies.
Another question?
Yes. I have a
Ryan,
question
Jordan,
for each.
whoever.
I'll start with the question
Ryan,
for
questions?
Sean. Now, the Pikmin are very small. And while it might be assumed that would make it easier to kill them, you are using like a gigantic scythe primarily as your weapon, which is a smallish blade. How do you plan on being able to specifically take down Olimar? Does Dante have some ability to see very well? Does he have some sort of sweeping ability? Or...
So he doesn't. One of the things that's going to be working against him is actually hitting the target. Because a lot of his stuff, like I said, is mid-range to long-range. He can, if an attacker were to latch onto him, he can throw them off. But, I mean, I don't know how much that equates down to just flicking something off of his leg. But he does have something where he can shake off people that grab onto him. But offensively, I mean... I don't know. In game, he doesn't really punch or kick or anything like that. It's more he's using his weapons. So that will be something that will be hard to combat with. Or he accidentally steps on him. I don't know.
In the game, Olimar himself is actually faster than the Pikmin. And he's fairly agile, at least on that scale. He can
now,
really move.
Joe,
he isn't,
how
really,
are
he's
you
not
planning
slow.
on doing enough physical damage to kill somebody that big?
It's a good question. I'm relying on numbers, basically. I'm just trying to get enough Pikmin at once attacking him that it's kind of death by 1,000 cuts. If if the Pikmin can be organized enough and you can avoid getting them killed by whatever type of short range attack he comes up with, you can just have them hammer and hammer and hammer, and then you summon them back and they evade some attacks, and you throw them all back on, and then hammer and hammer and hammer again, and just rinse and repeat until he runs out of health. The purple Pikmin are a little bit extra damage. They weigh 10 times as much, but they do 10 times as much damage. So those are a nice boost. I'm hoping that they kind of get under his clothing, get into hard to reach joints, and he has a hard time shaking them off.
Those my questions.
Who's up question now?
Ryan's up right now.
Oh, okay. And if he has, Jordan, you have any questions?
I do. Joe,
Yes.
how are your Pikmin reaching Dante? You said Olimar can throw them. However, Olimar is tiny, as we've just established.
Mm-hmm.
His throwing ability, while far to him in scale, is what, 6 inches?
Yeah, probably on the scale of several.
So all Dante has to do is step over them or step back, and they now have to run several feet to get to him. How is he getting Pikmin on Dante in order to fight him? Does Dante even know he's fighting at all?
That's a good question.
So I'm imagining this starts like most fights of other creatures in the Pikmin games, which is Olimar ambushes him. The enemies generally don't come to the Pikmin come to them. So I'm imagining Olimar sends his horde of Pikmin and ambushes Dante and just throws a bunch at like his lower extremities, and they just kind of maybe Olimar can even, depending on the exact size here, maybe Olimar can even, get a bunch of Pikmin up on his shoes and hang out with a base of operations there and start climbing from there.
Okay. I have a question for Sean.
Okay.
What does Dante wear as his lower half? Does he wear armored pants? Does he wear shoes?
Up his.
Oh, Alex pulled it up. It's basically he's got almost like the traditional suit of armor on his lower half. It looks like he does have knee guards and metal chainmail armor on his legs.
The boots basically go up to about the knee. And then he has a shin guard, but as you can see, it's a traditional where the front is metal guarded, but the back is like leather straps.
So then he's probably wearing some kind of clothing underneath that in order to.
Yes, he's wearing a clothing underneath.
Yeah.
And then he has armored for the arms and hands, but his chest is
Exposed.
very exposed.
Of course, it's the chest.
However, that his chest is several feet above.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like he's not super, super short or no legs.
All right.
What is that on his chest? Is that paint or a scar?
That's
So what it is how the Crusaders had the red cross on their.
Yeah.
That's
They're
sewn
cool
into his
for
skin.
me, but they have.
Are they glitching for you as well? Oh, they're gone.
No.
I think he's talking to Ryan.
Ryan's
They've glitched out. I don't see the screen anymore.
Yeah, I can hear them sometimes, but the video is
Did we
stopped.
lose the internet here? That's the question.
I can hear you guys.
Got it.
Yeah, you are also coming in.
We
now.
can hear you if you can hear us. Or at least you're coming in and out.
I can see you guys now.
Brian's no, they're both gone.
They're coming
Jordan's
now.
still
That's what
here
she
on
said.
this one.
They both pulled down.
I can see you
Jordan's
guys
frozen there.
moving. Can you guys not hear me?
I'm really eager for judges'
you hear me, Jordan?
deliberations on this because I feel like
Okay.
I didn't get love that.
I'll go first.
I actually already have my answer, but
I can hear you. You're fine to me.
I'm also eager
Oh,
to
now I
hear-
can't see them, and I can hear.
I had a kind of question.
Well, I can hear them, but I can't see them,
Has been answered
and they keep.
or has been made relevant.
Because it's still
But they glitch
recording
out
both
and
our
out there.
computers.
It's
As long as they're still in there.
not. It doesn't make a. It's not a significant point.
Alright, so they're both there. Oh, I can see Jordan. Ryan said he is.
All right, that's us again. So we gotta jump out and come back in.
Yeah.
Of course.
This one's going to be even more fun for you to edit.
So looking forward to this. I'm gonna have like 3 fucking files. Dude.
Alright, I'm gonna try and leave it going on.
I think it's going to be the end of it.
Aww. Are we there?
Yes. I believe Jordan just got a call.
What? Oh, yep, I see his hand was here.
God damn it.
Oh, at least it updated on our end now.
Alright.
Frank went to court and he did.
Alex, you can ask your question and cast your vote if you're ready. Cast my vote, because,
As I said, my question is irrelevant. It doesn't actually matter. So I'm at this point by all the conversation. So I will just, if I can, I'll cast my vote.
go for it.
Right?
So going in with just the what we knew about characters, my vote was originally for Dante. Notice I said originally. My vote is for Olimar, simply because I was thinking about how the scale of movement and size, it's to a tiny being, larger things look like they're moving in slow motion, and to larger things, tiny things look like they're moving in fast motion, but they're roughly the same. It's a weird trick of how movement works. So my argument is, or rather my logic behind this is that Olimar with the 100 Pikmin, if they can avoid detection, and I think if they are ambush predators, they're going to get the jump on Dante, and that's going to lead to them being able to at least start to scale Dante. And I would argue if they can get behind the boots, but not go into the shoe itself, Dante can't attack there. He's going to hurt himself with his sight if he's trying to do damage there because he's wearing full fucking like plate mail boots. So I'm saying that if they can get behind armor,
They can just
they
attack
win.
and
Dante
attack
can't do anything, and he will eventually fall. That's my logic to it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Your vote still counts.
Yeah.
I just want to ask, but does Dante have to kill all the Pikmin to win, or does he just have to
Just has to kill Olimar.
But he's not going to be targeting all of them. He's going to be targeting the Pikmin. They're going to be the ones attacking.
So, my vote is Olimar as well.
Oh my god.
One thing here that helped me decide is 2 things. Joe, stand up. Turn around. Scratch your back. Alright, where's your other hand go? Use both hands. Alright, you can sit down. Joe covered a lot of area, probably more area than anybody, and Dante is a warrior, so he's probably a little more nimble, but there is still a lot of areas on that back he could not touch. Now, you're talking about 101 tiny creatures. Minuscule creatures.
Shut
up. You're going to hurt yourself if you keep talking. Now, 101 tiny creatures running in there, or even just 100. Try to take a knife or a sword to 100 ants charging you.
It's fair.
That is going to be fucking difficult. Now, adding on top of that, if they're all that small, sure, Olimar looks different. But if all of a sudden you're surrounded by 100 enemies, and all you've got's a sight, the last thing you're going to be looking for is one wearing an astronaut helmet. You're just going to be like, what the fuck happened? And you're going to try to wipe them all out. The other thing that happened, as a kid, my brother stuck a firecracker in an anthill. Blew this whole bitch up. About 50 ants swarmed him and put him in the hospital. Like, 50 of them after an anthill was blown up. We're talking 100 alien things, or earthling things led by aliens. Some of them are poison, so Dante doesn't know that. So if he just starts fucking smashing white ones, he's poisoned now. It's downhill. It's Olimar.
I was not expecting that logic.
Wow, I can't believe
So-
we're here.
Ryan?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I'm going to be voting for Dante, and honestly, the thing that sold me was his bottom half. Just being straight up plate legs. Like, like Olimar and the Pikmin are going to have to climb halfway up him, and even when they do climb up him, they're getting on like medieval person's skin. Like there's diseases and bacteria that I'm sure are growing on him that the Pikmin have never been around before in their life. And like I don't know, and that's even if the Pikmin can get on him. I mean, like who's to say he doesn't just while he's sprinting around because he's way faster than they could be, he just stomps on Olimar.
Fair. Jordan.
Fucking.
I am also voting for Dante. I feel like the size discrepancy is a huge factor in this fight. I think if Olimar was scaled to Dante and could fight like that, and maybe he was throwing like cat-sized Pikmin at him, it'd be a different story. However, this is a tournament, so it's a fight. Dante knows who he's fighting. He knows he's fighting a little astronaut face smash dude. Yes, the ants are a problem. However, this is a warrior who's literally in hell. So he knows his objective. His objective would be to kill the astronaut dude and ignore
It's come down to size, and it's literally
riffraff.
50-50 as size. So,
I can't believe it's come down to.
When you told me Pikmin did not die after attacking, that's what sold me.
Yeah,
they died on instant.
Yeah,
impact.
they're not like bees where like you
All right.
attack and die.
Who?
Don't Pikmin attack with their heads, just kind of whack things with their leaves.
I don't know. He called heads on that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Right?
Let's go heads. We're going heads.
The number of coin flips has been insane.
Tails! Oh my god!
This makes no sense.
Oh my god!
I don't know why I'm so excited. This is stupid. Like,
Joe,
I did not
look,
think
sir,
I should have.
I didn't write a single note for Olimar. The second you told me how big they were. As long as they didn't die after one piece of combat, it was over.
I'm in Bomberman 1. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. I'll take it. I just
What?
I did not think it was 4 votes for Dante. Duh.
I think
What?
consolation bracket with the
Holy
loser.
shit.
This is the upset of the century.
Olimar coming through.
Couldn't believe it.
Made this decision for me. I want to thank whoever developed the Pikmin games who gave me the inspiration for this. I want to say hi, Mom.
You better show it this video.
Damn right.
Sean, anything from you?
I mean, we come down to the coin flip, even though more likely Olimar would have been killed by the coin flip itself.
Yeah.
You gotta take your punches. Dante was done dirty, but this is the way.
I really like. I'm glad that Jordan said it before I had the opportunity to say it, because I was thinking the same thing. If this was equal scale, if Olimar was a regular human height and the Pikmin were like cat or even like toddler or dog size,
You're just throwing some toddlers around, man. I mean,
I would then
completely different.
tossable
I would
too.
then given it to Dante then.
Yeah, I would have voted for Dante if that was actually the case. Because all he has to do is just swing the scythe in a circle and they're all dead. The whole batting point was that you're going to have trouble killing 100 ants with a scythe.
That was my piece.
Dante literally kills unborn babies in the first
I know.
of hell. So
All right. Well,
So literally, my one thing that was overwhelming force under Olimar.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, next time
Wow.
I finally get a crack at something here as
Gino.
Gino takes on Bryce Boltzmann. The old picnic tango rivalry reborn.
or born.
Oh my god.
Come back next time to see us duke it out to the
I
death.
think